Evaluating functions. We have learned that in an algebraic expression, letters can stand for numbers. And to find the value of the expression, there are two things that you have to do. Number one, note this. Replace each letter in the expression with the value that has been assigned to it. Okay? And then number two, perform the operations in the expression using the correct order of operations. Do not forget to use the correct order of operations. First, do any operations involving exponents. Then do multiplication, division, and finally do addition and subtraction. And let's have some examples. Given the following expressions, find its value if x is equal to 3. O anong unang step? Replace any variable by its value. Ang variable natin dito ay x, na kung saan ang value daw niya ay 3. So palitan yun. 3 minus 9. And then the second step, perform any operations. So 3 minus 9, negative 6. Number 2, replace variable x by 3. 3 times 3 plus 7. Then perform operations. Multiplication muna. 3 times 3, 9 plus 7. Then simplify further, 16. Then number 3, replace variable x by 3. So 2 times 3 squared minus 6 times 3 plus 26. And then, perform operations. Unahin muna natin yung may exponent. So, ano yung 3 squared? Ang 3 squared ay 9. So, 2 times 9 minus 6 times 3 plus 26. Then, simplify further. Yung multiplication muna. 2 times 9, 18. Minus, anong 6 times 3? 18. Plus 26. Kapag negative or kapag minus or plus na ang natitira sa operation, pwedeng ang gawin nyo, left to right ang operation. So, 18 minus 18, 0. Plus 26, matitira ay 26. Note, if addition or subtraction slash subtraction, addition and subtraction are the remaining operations, perform the operation of the remaining operations perform it from left to right. From left to right order. So, check natin kung tama ang ating sagot. Okay, anong number 1? Negative 6. Tama. 16 and then 26. May inonote lang ako dito. Pag sinabi nating expression dito, expression, siya ay walang equality sign. Kumbaga, example, x minus 9. Yan lang yun. Pero pag siya ay naging x minus 9 is equal to 0, yan ay tinatawag na equation. equation yun. Kasi may equality sign. Pag walang equality sign, ang isang mathematical expression, siya ay tinatawag na expression lamang. Halimbawa, dito sa 3x plus 7, kapag walang equal to 0 yan, kapag mayroong equal to 0, siya ay tinatawag na equation. Pero pag wala, yan ay tinatawag na expression. Okay. Types of functions. First one is constant function. A constant function is a function that has the same output value no matter what your input value is. Because of this, a constant function has the form f of x is equal to b, where b is a constant, a single value that does not change. For example, y equals 7. Diga ang y ay equal din sa f of x. Diba, sabi ko kanina nasabi ko sa mga nung unang previous lesson, ang f of x siya ay value ng y. Kaya pwede mong sabihin na ito ay f of x is equal to 7. Diga nasa form din siya ng f of x is equal to b, na kung saan yung b is constant. O ano ba yung 7? Di ba constant yun? Pwede ding sabihin natin na, pwedeng mag-example tayo, f of x is equal to 10. Pwede yun. Yun ay tinatawag na constant function. Second naman, identity function. The identity function is a function which returns the same value which was used as its argument. In other words, the identity function is the function f of x is equal to x for all values of x. So, pwede ito. F of 2 is equal to 2. Identity siya. Pag tinawag na identity, kapag ang x value ay equal sa y value. Kaya pwede natin palitan yan ng ano. Kung susundin natin yung f of x is equal to x, 'di ba yung 2? 'Di ba yung 2 equal sa x? Tapos yung buong f of x, ito, equal 'di ba sa 2? 2 equals 2. Kaya nga tinawag na identity. Parehas na value lang yung x and y. Kaya siya identity function. Kaya ang pinaka-form niya, f of x equals to x. So, polynomial function naman. A polynomial function is defined by y equals a raised to 0, a raised to 1x plus x squared plus dot 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 a raised to n x raised to n, where n is a non-negative integer. And then, under the polynomial function, meron tayong linear function. Types ito ng polynomial, yung linear. Yan o, sinasabi, the polynomial function with degree 1. Siya ay tinatawag na linear function. Bakit nga ba naging polynomial yung linear? Okay. Diba itong linear function, pwede natin isulat siya sa y is equal to a sub 1, a raised to 1, x, plus any constant, or the plus a sub 0. Diba ito yun? Siya yan, diba? Siya yun, no? A sub 0 plus a raised to 1x plus a raised to 0. Kaya tinatawag na ang polynomial function, ang linear polynomial function with degree 1. Kasi, yung degree ng x, is 1. Kaya tinatawag siya din na polynomial function of degree 1. Of degree 1. Basta ang tatandaan nyo lang, kapag may nakita kayong in the form na y equals mx plus b, siya ay linear function. For example, y equals 2x plus 5. Linear yan kasi yung x niya naka-raise lang sa 1. Okay, example naman ulit, y equals 3x plus 6. Basta yung exponent ng x hanggang 1 lang. Siya tinatawag na linear function or polynomial function with degree 1. Second type naman ng polynomial function, yung quadratic function. If the degree of the polynomial function is 2, then it is a quadratic function. It is expressed as y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. And a, b, and c are constant, and x is a variable. Kaya ito tinawag na ang quadratic function is a degree of 2. Degree. Kasi yung highest degree ng independent variable na x ay 2. Kaya tinawag siya na quadratic function. Tinawag siya na polynomial function of degree 2. Dun sa polynomial, ang highest degree naman ng x ay 1 eh. Kaya degree 1 yan. Kaya pag may nakita kayong in the form na y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, na kung saan yung highest degree ng exponent ng x ay 2, siya ay quadratic. Quadratic function. For example, y equals 3x squared plus 2x plus 5. Quadratic yan. Kasi yung highest degree ng independent variable na x ay 2. Kung yan ay magiging ganito lamang, y is equal to 2x plus 5, siya ay linear function. Kasi ang highest degree ng x ay 1. Okay, bang type naman ng polynomial function, which is the cubic function. A cubic polynomial function is a polynomial of degree 3 naman, and can be denoted by f of x is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0, and a, b, c, and d are constant, and x is a variable. Bakit nga ba siya tinawag na degree of 3? Titingnan naman natin dito ang highest degree ng x. Titingnan natin, ang pinaka-highest degree ng x ay 3. Kaya tinawag siya na polynomial function of degree 3, which is the cubic function. Example dito, y equals 5x cubed plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 5. Ang highest degree ng independent variable na x ay 3. Kaya tinawag siyang polynomial function of degree 3, which is the cubic function. Okay, power function. Iba na ito. Hindi nito types ng polynomial function. A power function is a function in the form y equals ax raised to b, where b is any real constant number. Many of our power functions, such as linear functions and quadratic functions, are in fact power functions. For example, f of x is equal to 8x raised to 5. Pwedeng gawin natin dyan, y is equal to 8x raised to 5. Diba, in the form din naman siya ng y equals ax raised to b, na kung saan ang a equals sa 8, ang b ay equals sa 5. Basta pag may nakita kayong in the form na ganito, kung saan wala ng mga, example, y is equal to 8x5 plus x4. Basta pag pag may nakita kayong may plus, may kadugsong na plus dito, hindi na siya power function. Ito ay isang polynomial function na. Polynomial function of degree 5. Basta pag-iisa lang, y equals 8x raised to 5, wala ng mga plus, wala ng mga minus sa kanan, siya ay tinatawag na power function. Kaya may naka-note dito na many of our parent functions such as linear functions, yung linear function and quadratic function daw, pwede daw siyang maging power function. For example, y equals 2x. Diba in the form pa din naman siya, sulat 2x raised to 1. Diba in the form pa din naman siya na y equals ax raised to b. Ang a ay equal sa 2, ang b equal sa 1. Kaya pwede nating tawagin na ang linear function, siya ay isa ding power function. Gets? For example din, quadratic function naman. Y equals, for example, 2x squared. Diba in the form pa din naman siya ng y equals ax raised to b, na kung saan ang a ay equal sa 2, ang b equal sa 2. Kaya pwede din nating tawagin na ang quadratic function ay isang power function. Okay. Rational function. A rational function is any function which can be represented by a rational fraction, say p of x all over q of x, in which numerator p of x and denominator q of x are polynomial functions of x, where q of x is not equal to 0. Okay. Ang rational function daw, siya daw ay in the form f of x is equal to p of x all over q of x, na kung saan yung p of x and q of x are polynomial functions. Okay, polynomial. Kung titingnan natin yung binigay na example, f of x is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 2 all over x squared minus 4. Diba yung pinaka-numerator, ito yung p of x. Ang p of x natin, diba dito ay x squared minus 3x plus 2. E diba yan ay polynomial function? Tapos ang q of x naman, ang q of x ay equal sa x squared minus 4. Kaya, basta kapag may naka-over dito, may denominator siya, yan ay tinatawag na rational function. Rational function na yan. Exponential function naman. These are functions of the form y equals ab raised to x, where x is in an exponent and a and b are constants. Note that only b is raised to the power of x, not a. If the base b is greater than 1, then the result is exponential growth. Okay, iba na ito. Baka yung malito sa power function, note na ang power function ay y equals ax raised to b. Ang exponential naman, y equals ab raised to x. Dito sa power function, yung x natin hindi naka-raise, yung variable x. Pero kapag nasa exponential function na, yung x natin magiging exponent na, yung variable x. Kaya ba yung dalawang yun? For example, y equals 2 raised to x. 2 raised to x. Eh, di ba yung value ng a natin dyan ay yung natin dito, ba pwede natin itong isulat na y equals 1 times 2 raised to x. Ang value ng a ay equal sa 1 and then b is equal to 2. Kaya pwede mong tawagin yan in the form, yung example na yun, in the form na exponential. Pwede ding y equals 3 raised to x. Basta, yung variable x or yung independent variable ay magiging exponent. Logarithmic function. Logarithmic functions are the inverses of exponential functions. And any exponential function can be expressed in logarithmic function. Logarithms are very useful in permitting us to work with very large numbers while manipulating numbers of much more manageable size. It is written in the form y equals log of bx, where x is greater than 0, where b is greater than 0, and b is not equal to 1. Kapag may nakita kayong log na word sa equation, matic, pinakasimpleng salita, yun ay logarithmic function. May nakita kayong log, yun lang. Halimbawa, y equals log of x squared. Logarithmic yan kasi may log. Basta pag may word na log sa equation, yun ay logarithmic function. Absolute value function. The absolute value of any number c is represented in the form of absolute c. Absolute ang tawag sa dalawang guhit na yun. Yung ganito. Absolute. If any function f, r, the place r is defined by f of x is equal to absolute of x, it is known as absolute value function. For each non-negative value of x, f of x is equal to x, and for each negative value of x, f of x equal negative x. Okay, sa isang simpleng salita, kapag may nakita kayong yung dalawang guhit na ganun sa isang equation, yan itinatawag na absolute value function. Basta may nakita kayong dalawang guhit sa isang equation, siya ay absolute value function. Halimbawa, y equals absolute of x squared. Hindi na to quadratic ha. Hindi na quadratic yan kasi may absolute na dito sa kanan. Yan ay tinatawag na absolute function. Absolute value function. Okay. Greatest integer function. Okay, napaka-komplikado ng definition na to. Explain ko na lang ng maikli. Kapag may nakita kayong symbol na ganun, dalawang guhit, yan ay tinatawag na greatest integer function. O kaya, pwede ding in the form yan na ganito. Ganyan, yung symbol na yan. Pwede ding ganito ang magiging symbol. Pwedeng maging ganyan ang symbol. Dalawang bracket, dalawang C, kaharap. Yan ay tinatawag na greatest integer function. Pwedeng ganito ang symbol, ganito, pa-L na magkaharap, itong C na dalawa. Yan ay tinatawag na greatest integer function. O ito, yun, in example niya, f of x is equal to yung greatest integer na x plus 1, basta ganyan ang form, siya ay tinatawag na greatest integer function. Mag-evaluate ng function. Evaluating function is the process of determining the value of the function at the number assigned to a given variable. Just like in evaluating algebraic expressions, yung kaninang ginawa natin, kaparehas lang daw, just like. To evaluate a function, you just need to do the following. Parehas lang. Replace each letter in the expression. Okay. B. Perform the operations in the expression using the correct order of operations. Parehas nga lang talaga. Example. Given f of x is equal to 2x minus 4, find the value of the function if x is equal to 3. Ang pinaka-word talaga dito, replace. X must be replaced by 3. Hindi ko maling tawagin kasi substituted by 3. parang hindi angkop. Hindi angkop pag ang pinag-uusapan natin ay function. Dapat siya ay word na replace. Mamaya papakita ko sa inyo kung bakit mas angkop na tawagin na replace kaysa substitute. Diba? Okay, solve muna natin to. F of x, papalitan natin lahat ng x ng 3. Replace ha, replace. Okay, f of 3 is equal to 2 times 3 minus 4. F of 3, simplify ito, 2 times 3, 6 minus 4. So f of 3 is equal to 2. Mamaya papakita ko sa inyo kung bakit hindi tamang sabihin na substitute. Kasi mas tamang sabihin na replace kaysa sa substitute. So mamayang example, papakita ko sa inyo yun. Tingnan muna natin kung tama ang ating sagot. Okay, tama. F of 3 is equal to 2. Okay, solve muna natin to. G of x is equal to 3x squared plus 7. Find g of negative 3. Okay, replace x by negative 3. So, g of negative 3 is equal to 3 times negative 3 squared plus 7. So, simplify yung nasa kanan. G of negative 3, hindi yan 9 ha. G yan, g of negative 3. Ano yung negative 3 squared? Yan ay 9. 3 times 9 plus 7. So, g of negative 3, nung 3 times 9, 27 plus 7 equals 34. Okay, tama. G of negative 3 ay equal sa 34. Ito na nga sinasabi ko kanina. Mas tamang sabihin na replace kesa sa substitute. Given f of x is equal to 5x plus 1, find f of h plus 1. X must be replaced by h plus 1. Hindi x must be substitute. Kasi minsan, ang pinapalitan natin na x, minsan ay variable, hindi lang constant. Variable yan, no? Yung h na yan. Minsan, kunwari, hahanapin mo yung f of 2x. F of 2x. Yung x, re-replace mo ng 2x. Hindi x equals 2x. Diba ganun ang ibig sabihin ng substitute? Kaya mas tamang sabihin na x must be replaced by h plus 1. So, gawin natin to. Palitan muna natin lahat ng x ng h plus 1. So, f of h plus 1 is equal to 5 times h plus 1 plus 1. So, f of h plus 1 is equal to, times natin to, distributive, 5 times h, 5h, plus 5 times 1, 5, plus 1. So, f of h plus 1, simplify yung kanan, 5h plus 6. Tingnan natin kung tama. Kung 5h plus 6 ba? Okay, tama. Ang f of h plus 1 ay equal sa 5h plus 6. Okay, isa pa. Given g of x is equal to the square root of 3x minus 2, find g of 9. Okay, replace lang yung x ng 9. G of 9 is equal to the square root of 3 times 9 minus 2. So, g of 9 is equal to, simplify muna natin yung nasa loob, 3 times 9, 27, minus 2. So, g of 9 is equal to, simplify muna natin nasa loob ulit, ng 27 minus 2, 25. So, G of 9 ay equal sa anong square root ng 25? 5. Tingnan natin kung tama. G of 9 is equal to 5. Evaluate f of x is equal to 2 raised to x if x is equal to 3 halves. Okay, palitan lahat ng x ng 3 halves. F of 3 halves is equal to 2 raised to 3 halves. F of 3 halves, paano natin sasolve yung nasa kanan? Pwede natin gamitin yung pag-convert ng fractional exponent papunta sa rational expression. Halimbawa, x raised to a over b. Pwede din itong equal sa the b root of x raised to a. X raised to a. Ganyan yung form. Okay, sundan lang natin yung pattern na ito. 2 raised to 3 halves. Pwede kong sabihin na the square root of 2 raised to 3 or 2 cube. Kasi di ba yung square root, may 2 yan dito. May 2. Di ba naka-form naman? Parehas doon. X raised to a over b equals sa the bit root of x raised to a. Ganyan yung pag... Okay? F raised to 3 halves. Pwedeng kahit wala nang 2 doon. Pwedeng ang gawin na lang ay... Pwede kang gawin na lang ay ganito. The square root of 2 cube. Simplify natin yung nasa loob. Ano ang 2 cube? 8. Ano ang square root ng 8? Factor muna natin yan. Anong factor ng 8? 4 times 2. Okay, gamit yung property ng rational ng yung sa square root. Diba pwede mo itong sabihin na square root of 4 times square root of 2. Tapos f of 3 halves, anong square root ng 4? 2. Yung square root of 2 pwede pa bang masimplify? Hindi na. Kasi yung 2, wala na siyang, hindi mo na siya pwedeng ma-factor. Hindi mo na siya pwedeng ma-factor kasi, di ba yun ay 2 squared, 3 squared, 4. Pinaka-minimum lang ay 4 eh. 4. Ito na yan. Kaya bawal na yan. Kaya susulat mo na lang siya. 2 square root of 2. Okay. F of 3 halves is equal to 2 square root of 2. Evaluate the function h of x. Yun, yung greatest integer na to. Is equal to greatest integer x plus 2, where symbol na to is the greatest integer function given x equals 2.4. Okay, nakanote. Remember that in greatest integer function, the value was rounded off to the integer less than the number. Okay, sulat muna natin yung function h of x ganito plus 2. Okay, replace natin yung x ng 2.4 plus 2. Pag sinimplify natin dito, naka-note dito, remember na kapag daw nag-evaluate ng greatest integer function, the value was rounded off less than. Rounded off to the integer. Ano bang ibig sabihin pag integer? Pag sinabi nating integer, ang mga possible values lang niya ay pwedeng negative, pwedeng 0, pwedeng 1, pwedeng 2, pwedeng 3. Basta mga nabibilang lang yung mga buo. Pwedeng negative 1, negative integers, negative 2, negative 3. Yan lang yung mga possible values niya. Negative 3. Yan, pwedeng, basta yan lang yung mga possible values ng integer. Ang sabi dito, ito ay 2.4. Ang sabi sa greatest integer function, siya daw ay nirarounded off to the integer less than. Less than lagi. Ibig sabihin, kung ito ay 2.4, siya daw ay i-round off sa less than, nearest na maliit na integer. Di dapat, kapag in-evaluate natin yung buong expression na to, magiging sagot ay 2. Diba? 2 plus 2. Yung pinakamalapit na maliit na integer, diba sa 2.4, ay 2. Paano naman kung maging 2.6? Hindi mo siya gagawin 3, syempre. Ang sabi dito lagi mo daw i-rounded up to the integer less. Ibig sabihin, kapag may nakita kang ganon na symbol, greatest integer function, laging less, magiging 2 lang lagi yan. Hindi mo siya i-rounded up, hindi siya magiging 3. Dapat 2 lang lagi. For example naman, negative 3.6. Magiging sagot dito ay negative 3. Ay negative 4. Kasi nga, less than, rounded up to the integer less than. Mas maliit naman na negative 4 kaysa sa negative 3. Kaya negative 4 ang magiging ano dito. Kaya kung isi-simplify natin ito, ang h of 2.4 ay equal sa 4. Basta tatandaan nyo lang na kapag may nakita kayong greatest integer na symbol, laging ang pag-round off nun, pababa. Pababa lagi. Sa nearest integer. Pababa lagi. Diba pababa naman ito? Mas mababa naman negative 4 kaysa sa negative 3. Ganun lang. Kaya magiging sagot dito, h of 2.4 is equal to 4. Nga pala, pwede din, yung sinabi ko kanina, pwedeng ang symbol ng h of x, ng greatest integer function, pwedeng ganito. Ganyan, pwedeng maging ganyan ang symbol. Or pwede din ganito. Sinabi ko kanina, dalawang c. Pag ganun. Pwede din yan, greatest integer function din yan. Evaluate the function f of x is equal to the absolute value of x minus 8, where the absolute value x minus 8 means the absolute value of ulit-ulit. If x is equal to 3. Okay ba na to? Absolute value na to. Yung kaninang symbol, dalawa yun. Okay, mali to. Dalawang guhit yun. Ito, integer yan, pang greatest integer. Pag isa na lang yung guhit, pag isa na lang, dalawang isa, yan ay absolute. Absolute symbol. Evaluate natin, sulat muna natin yung function. F of x is equal to the absolute of x minus 8. Replace daw natin yung x ng 3. So, f of 3 is equal to the absolute of 3 minus 8. So, simplify natin yung kanan. F of 3 is equal to, ang loob mo na, no 3 minus 8, negative 5. So, f of 3 is equal to ng absolute value ng negative 5. 5, syempre. Pag sinabi nating absolute value, lahat ng mga negative numbers magiging positive. Basta lahat ng nasa loob niyan magiging positive. For example, absolute ng 6. Hindi 6 din. Basta lahat ay magiging positive. Absolute ng negative x. Hindi magiging absolute ng negative dapat 7. Absolute ng negative 7. Hindi siya 7. Basta lahat magiging positive pag nagsisimplify ka. So, ang f of 3 ay 5. Okay, ito na. Ito na ang sinasabi ko kanina. Evaluate the function f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 2 at f of 2x minus 3. Ito na nga. Yung x, i-replace natin ng 2x minus 3. Hindi natin isa-substitute. Kasi diba, meaning ng substitute, x is equal to 2x minus 3. Maling sabihin na ganyan. Dapat, f must be replaced by 2x minus 3. So, f of 2x minus 3 is equal to, replace lahat ng value ng x ng 2x minus 3. So, 2x minus 3 squared minus 2 times 2x minus 3 plus 2. So, f of 2x minus 3 is equal to, okay, perform na natin to. Ano ang square root binomial ng 2x minus 3? Okay, square the first term. Square muna natin first term. Minus. Multiply. Dalawang term. Times 2. 2 times, plus muna, 2 times 2x times negative 3. Plus, raise the second term. Copy mo yung, ito, minus 2x minus 3 plus 2. Square binomial lang yan ha. F of 2x minus 3, simplify yung kanan. Anong square ng 2x? 4x squared plus, ano ang 2 times 2 times negative 3? Negative 12. Negative 12x. Lang yun ang 2 times 2 times negative 3. Negative 12x. Plus, anong negative 3 quantity squared? 9. Minus, simplify, distributive property. Ito, tapos ito. Negative 2 times 2x. Minus 4x. Negative 2 times negative 3. Positive 6 plus 2. So, f of 2x minus 3 is equal to, hanap ng mga like, wala namang like terms. 4x squared. O, like terms, negative 12x minus 4x. Negative 16. X 9 plus 6 plus 2. Nung 9 plus 6 muna, 15 plus 2, 17. Okay, tama. So ang sagot, f of 2x minus 3 ay equal sa 4x squared minus 16x plus 17. Okay, isa pa. P of A is equal to negative 4A minus 2. So, A should be replaced by 2A. So, P of 2A is equal to negative 4 2A minus 2. So, P of 2A ay equal sa, anong negative 4 times 2A? Negative 8A minus 2. Okay, tingnan nga natin. Okay, tama. Negative 8. Tama. Negative 8A minus 2. Tama pala. Okay, additional topic naman. Ano bang tinatawag na difference quotient? F of x plus h minus f of x all over h, siya ay tinatawag difference quotient. Sinasabi dito, this quantity is called the difference quotient. Specifically, the difference quotient is used in the discussion of the rate of change. Fundamental concept daw in calculus. Itong difference quotient na to, ginamit namin to dati sa pagde-derive nung limit nung yung delta x, yung delta y over delta x. Ginamit namin yan, nakalimit na ganyan, ginamit namin yan sa calculus. Kaya itong sinasabi dito, Yung difference quotient na sinasabi dyan, gamitin yan. Kaya dapat matatandaan nyo na din to. Kasi magamit to sa calculus. Kung kayo ay mag-engineering, BBS Math, may kukunin kayong subject na calculus, kailangan nyo tong alamin. Yung part na to. Kasi gamit na gamit yan. Pagde-derive ng derivatives, yung dy over dx, ginagamit yan dito. Gusto nyo lang. Okay. Example naman sa difference quotient. Find the difference quotient for each of the following function. F of x is equal to 4x minus 2. Ano nga ba ang difference quotient? Sulat muna natin. F of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Okay, evaluate muna natin sa gitna. Evaluate muna. Ano muna ang f of x plus h? Replace lahat ng x plus h. So, f of x plus h ay equal sa 4 times x plus h minus 2. Tapos, simplify muna natin yung kanan. Anong f of x plus h ngayon? 4x plus 4h minus 2. Tapos, substitute na natin siya. Anong value ng f of x plus h? Diba ito? 4x plus 4h minus 2 minus ng f of x. Ito. Minus quantity. Lagyan. Kasi isang buong f of x yan. Naka-times yung negative sa isang buo. 4x minus 2 all over h equals, evaluate muna natin yung nasa loob. 4x plus 4h minus 2 negative times 4x ay negative 4x, negative times negative 2 ay positive 2 all over h. Okay, simplify further. Combine like terms. 4x minus 4x, cancel na. 0 na yun. Negative 2 plus 2, cancel na. Okay, ang tira na lang sa numerator ay 4h. Kopyahin yung nasa denominator over h. So, ang value ng difference quotient sa part na ito ay 4. Tingnan nga natin. Okay, 4. Tama. Yan lang. Basta ang tatandaan nyo lang pag nag-evaluate kayo ng difference quotient, tandaan nyo lang yung expression na ito. Yung f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Okay, isa pa. Evaluate naman natin ang difference quotient ng f of x equals x squared. Okay, sulat muna natin difference quotient. F of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Okay. Evaluate muna natin yung f of x plus h. F, replace all variable x by x plus h. F of x plus h is equal to x plus h quantity squared. Evaluate natin sa kanan. F of x plus h is equal to square of binomial. Square the first term, x squared. Itong first term, ito ang second term ha. And then, multiply the first term and the second term times 2. So, x times h times 2, 2hx. Plus, square the last, h squared. Apply the square of binomial to ha. Apply square of binomial. Okay, na-evaluate na natin yung f of x plus h. Ngayon, isa-substitute na natin siya. Dito. Ano ang f of x plus h? Dito. X squared plus 2hx plus h squared minus, anong f of x? L f of x yun eh. the x squared all over h. H. Okay, dito. Okay, simplify yung numerator. Combine like terms. Hanap ng x squared. Okay, x squared minus x squared. Cancel. Dahil 0 na yun. So, wala na. 2hx plus h squared na lang. Okay, sulat. 2hx plus h squared all over h. Okay, divide. Factor muna natin yung ibabaw. Common monomial factor. H times. Lalabas ko lang yung h kasi may common siya, common variable eh. Kung apply basta ito yung common monomial factor. Para makancel yung h sa ilalim. Common monomial factor. Factor yung h, magiging 2x plus h all over h. Ngayon, cancel na yung h. Then, tira na lang 2x plus h. So, ang sagot sa difference quotient sa example na ito ay 2x plus h. Okay, tama. Then, may the force be with you.